I'm listening to Sam Cooke. I used to listen to him when I was a young woman. Old child, young woman, like 15, 14, 13. I would climb on the roof of our little cabin room, little one bedroom cabin that we lived in. Sit on the roof and look at constellations of the stars in the sky and listen to Sam Cooke and all kinds of old music. Then I grew up and found out what happened with Sam Cooke. Then I listened to his music, like the song that just came on. She was only 16. Yeah, I just always hear the program. It's just always the program. But he's been gone a long time, so it's not like I idol worship the guy. He did a song that he did some like they used his songs in movies, and one of the movies that they used his songs in was a movie with Dennis Quaid in it called Inner Space and Martin Short. I was born on Dennis Quaid's birthday, and so of course I'm gonna watch it like the track's like. And I watched it, and it's all about like going in, like the body going inside. Anyway, go watch. It's cute. Anyway, so because of that movie, I heard that song "Twisting the Night Away" that Sam Cooke did, and I loved it. And I started dancing to it because I'm just one of those weird autistic people. Just our only place in this world is to stay out of everybody else that's important. Stay out of their way. So I dance around it, twisting the night away. And I went to one of those lock-ins. They used to do those lock-ins. This one was at Sun Oaks Racquetball Club in Redding, California. And I always loved to dance. It's just an easy way to get my yah-yahs out. And so they played Twisting the Night Away, and I just started dancing. And then this guy walks up, because I guess they were doing a contest, and he gave me an envelope. He said, "Man, you're a really good dancer." I said, "Thanks." And I won first prize. I won a dance contest when I was 15. I love to dance. I just didn't like to do the things like I liked the physical ability that cheerleaders had, and I liked hanging out with cheerleaders, but I didn't want to do what the cheerleaders did. That was silly to me to do it. But I always used their like stuff in like dancing and like your sharp edges and stuff like that. Then my first love was a belly dancer, so I got that influence to dance. I remember I watched this kid in high school. His name was Josh Hawkinson. That guy, I thought he was a good dancer. That dude could do things, and he was a little tiny dude. Dancing has always been therapeutic. Gets all the toxins out of you. You know, stomp your feet. You know, don't matter what you look like. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about. I called today's talk demographics because, and according to this, demographics are the statistical characteristics of the human population, such as age, gender, income, income, education, and ethnicity. Used to analyze and segment populations for various purposes, including marketing, urban planning, and social research. Understanding demographics allows for targeted strategies by providing insights into consumer behavior, population needs, and market segments. Well, because I've had such a versatile life, I've lived such a broad spectrum, I've seen things that regular people don't see in all kinds of different ways and areas and stuff like that. So I'm like a historian, a recorder of sorters, because I have been in places that Gin Pop hasn't seen. So I know how things are in real life, and there's always somebody pulling the string somewhere. You know, because ultimately what matters, like, I think about how many people have collected a paycheck based on collecting data of demographics more than the people that they are like these. Oh, let's count all the people, single moms that don't have any money to feed their kids and their children, you know, because, you know, the dude ding dong dick dashed her, you know. So like, he was just looking for a pocket for his Peter. She gets knocked up and is left with the consequences of both of them chasing sensations. Only her sensation was looking for love, and his is just looking for a place to put it. Look how much society is driven from systems to support that. Why don't they just give moms money? Why is it every human born to the planet just automatically have an account in their name with $2,000 every month, direct deposit? Then if your parents put you in a box when you're a baby or throw you away in the orphanage, at least when you're 18, you won't turn to the street to have enough money to fend for yourselves. Buy your own house, do whatever you want. Do all those things that you dreamt about for 18 years that you couldn't do because you were powerless behind this being the bottom bitch to a system. What's up? The earth is changing. We're at the end of control because people, there's two types of people. The type that grin and bear it, they take it, but you're a bitch for taking it. And then there's people that just relinquish control, you know, like, you know, you're overpowered. What is going to happen to you is happening. You are a powerless human being. You might as well just let go of every muscle and just let it take you. And then when you get back to a place where you got your footing, or you got the upper hand, or you regain your strength and you can fight again. But not everybody has an equal opportunity, and but they pay themselves for saying that they care. This country's trash, and I'm sick of it. I fell for the lie. I knew it was a lie when I didn't fall for the lie. I knew it was a lie, and then I just went with the lie to get my desired outcome. But then I got my college education, and I saw what a crock the entire military is. It's fucking bullshit, dude. And then I go off to war and see what a crock the war is. It's just all, it is all the industrial military conference, and then real people die. It is all a bros club. It is all misappropriation. It's all these things that all these people I heard in my life say, but the society said they were crazy. Yeah, they say they're crazy because then if you know what America really is, then less people are going to show up for their stupid 4th of July parades. And you're not going to buy their little fireworks to go pippity pop when you see what these men have done to people in places that we don't have any fucking business over. I mean, we don't give a shit about our own country, clearly. The people of our own land. But we are so noble to defend the words like freedom and democracy in fucking lands over there. It's like they can't even pull the lie no more. They can't even, it's the false narrative. Like, at this point, if you believe in the false dream of fucking America, then you're probably going to go down with the ship. Things probably aren't going to look real good for you. I used to have an AA sponsor. She worked at Stratcom. That woman, she got the fucking good, but they had to sacrifice her husband's son, you know. He was Navy, never lost his sea, never to be found. How come they don't put RFID into their uniforms? Like, why don't we put more money into cultivating life, to be the custodians of the earth, not so much to profit ourselves from wiping people off the planet because our male enhancement drugs don't work, and this is the only thing that affects us now? Because look it up yourself. Last year, the military system, the VA system, spent $58 million on male enhancement drugs, on fucking boner pills. Look it up. It's gone up progressively from 11 million back in 2017 when I first looked up the statistics. See, because that's what happens is they don't feel like men, and then they gotta overcompensate by going boom diddy boom, but I'm a man. And then they gotta throw parades for themselves, and then they come back to their hometown, and then they sit there real quiet. And then they think about the things that they did when they were at war, but they don't ever say, you know what, we shouldn't have been there. They don't say that. Ease your conscience, guys. Tell them what bullshit it was. I'm easing my conscience every day I can. This country never fucking did nothing to take care of me. People in my hometown fucking treat me, or in the town where I live, or fucking treat each other like shit. Like, they come here from all over the world to jump off a fucking 400-foot bridge. So, I value life. I value life. And I'm surrounded by people that don't. Because they'd rather eat red and green chilies sauce. They care more about the color of chili sauce than they eat about than freaking moving fast enough to pump your blood to make your heart work, so your heart, which is a muscle, gets exercise so that you live longer on this earth. And then I'm surrounded by people dying from heart disease. Because their hearts are, because if you don't live from your heart, if you don't make your, I found that for me, if I don't live with my mind, heart, and gut, it's loosely related to the chakra sister, but those three, if they are not in agreement, if my heart, my mind, and my gut, but my heart isn't in it, or even my heart, my mind are in it, but my gut hurts, that is my equation that is not the course of action that I need to be taking in life. I look at people like this. Every soul sack, every person I pass on, they're like everybody's like this. But mostly, people are out here on the outside. You know why? Because they're stuck in white. And in the world of art, white is the absence of all of this. It's all color. And you would think black would be bad in my metaphor, but in this case, it's good because black is all the colors. So I'm looking for the black holes on planet Earth, where people have taken all the color in, even colors they don't like. I don't like purple. Purple's my least favorite color, because purple reminds me of the oligarch, like the people that think they're more important than everybody else. Felt, all that la stuff. Like people that never change a tire like purple. I don't like, it's alright. I'll use it. Everything serves its purpose. Anyway. But then I got this. And this is actually in purple. It's my little doobity-dop I'm going to share with you right now. It's called the Warrior's Prayer. Because I am what I am. I got this because Robin Williams did a movie called Popeye. It's what they call a dark comedy. And I can relate because my whole life is a dark comedy. My whole life is a series of the worst, best case scenario. That's what my life is, a big old conglomeration of. Big old hodgepodge of that. So, I am what I am. And having faith and beauty within me, I develop trust. And in softness I have strength. In silence I walk with the gods. In peace I understand myself and the world. In conflict I walk away. In detachment I am free. In representing all living things I respect myself. In dedication I honor the courage within me. In eternity I have compassion for the nature of all things. In love I unconditionally accept the evolution of others. In freedom, I have power. In my individuality, I express the God force within me. And most of the time is, don't punch the bitch in the face. That's the God force within me. In service, I give what I have become. I am what I am, eternal, immortal, universal, infinite, and so be it. So those are the people I'm looking for, people that feel like that. And I have been 8 years since I started doing YouTube videos, I've been reaching out to other. I guess all they make is content. I'm trying to make content based on real life. So I guess like it doesn't attract like I've astrologers like, but they and I tell them, you know, I give them, I show them who I am, and what they show me is that they're not like me because they don't want to have nothing to do with me. And I'm like, what the fuck is it about these people? Do they know something I don't know? I know fakes don't like me because I am so authentic. I can't fake if I try. I'm a terrible liar. So liars don't like me. People that get embarrassed real easy, they don't like me because because get over that shit. That's all self-centered fear. Like, why are you thinking so much about yourself that you care so much if other people around you are having a good time? What's that? That don't make no sense. Like, use your brain juice to think about other shit. Because there's plenty of people that need help in every fucking town. Man, I want to have a place that people can come. Like, also, like, I see them on social media, right? And they're travelers, and then I invite them to Taos. Come to Taos, you know. And then at where my place, you have a garage, a place where I'm not gonna do it for it because my body ain't what it is. But I'm gonna give you recommendations because I've been collecting a lot of data from different data points that matter. People like fuck it, like there's other people that oh, we collect data, we're statisticians and we do it in the ethers and all this shit. Like there's this dude I used to watch because of Max Egan, and then this other guy looked like Max Egan. His name was Cliff High, and I watched him and I'm like, okay, I could relate to this guy in the IT part, but that's all I can relate to the dude at, you know. I can't relate to him in like taking care of family because he had a wife, but he was done taking care of her, so he put her in a place that was better for. No, it wasn't better for hers, but get taken away from the house she lived in. You know, that's not better. You know, to be around a bunch of strangers. No, it's better for fucking him. I'm not buying that shit. Fucking selfish. I know what a selfish asshole is. I come from generations of them. That's why I learned not to behave like them, you know? And I always wondered, like, when people get into relationships, that when they know that, like, the person that they're thinking about getting in a relationship, they know the people, right? And they watch them throw away people that they vowed to take care of for better and worse, right? And then they watch them throw away, but you're going to get involved with them. And you're never going to think that anything's going to happen where that person is going to get sick of you and throw you away for a younger, newer version because that's how you got into the passenger seat. Human psychology is very funny to me. Stupid, 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 but everybody's so smart, right? Anyway, I don't bother with people. People aren't worth it, dude. It's like me and Mom just watch the same 3 shows because why bother trying to find something new? Because people of planet Earth are just so Sims. Because when they're just consumed by a bunch of data points and information, you're not out in your community fucking helping people that smell bad and stink. And like my place where travelers can come, you're gonna have a place to shower. You're gonna have a nice outdoor kitchen. If you don't know how to cook, I'm gonna have a garden on hand, so it'll be farm to table. Cause I'm gonna help. I'm gonna show you how to take care of yourself better. Cause ain't nobody else is gonna. And these are things you can do: laundry there, take showers, work. And if you can't afford it, like work it off by like, cause we're gonna have pet rescue on site. Cause it's such a problem every place I live. So wherever we end up, even if it's not in the town in which I live. You know, like, oh, you find cats that get dumped, bring them over to Marge's. Like, we'll always make room for the throwaways because I was a throwaway. And so people that just, like, have a cush fucking fluffy fucking life because other You know, like, no, you didn't work hard enough for all the kush you got? Nah. I guess it'll happen in next life, which could be your last life. See, that's why you gotta be good to people, because like every person I meet, every person, like, I'm the person I yell at in a different incarnation. I'm the person I flip off in the different carnation. So whoever I engage with, I live the whole life experience of every person I've met. So I can't be mad at my parents because their face is on mine. I can't be mad at my brother because I can't get mad at him, which is me, different aspects of me in a different life. I just have to bless and release, relinquish control. Everybody has their own experience, Marge. And they have free will. They just choose not to fucking know you. Or keep you out there in the fucking white. I ain't white. I just don't get out as much as I wanted to because I have bigger responsibilities, because I've been a stay-at-home daughter since 2017. So it's real cute when people start taking care of their parents or someone that they love that can no longer take care of themselves. And it's oh God, I've done this 2 months now. Oh my God, pity, sorry, boo-hoo. 2017, that's when I asked my brother for help to find a place to live for me and my mom in California, closer to he and his family. He went, I'm going to help you by not helping you, if that is not the most narcissistic Freemason bullshit. And that's exactly where I come from, along line of Freemasons, but I don't got a wiener, so all that weird butt stuff never benefited me. Just made my hip pop. Because that's what I figured out when I read the sheriff report when I was 13 years old of an account that happened to me when I was 10 months. I wonder if I'm in some movie on the dark web. See, nobody fucking cares about us kids when we grow up. It's just more shit we just should have gotten over. But the world is full of more and more people like me. And less like the bubble people, I call them. I call them the fucking bubble people. Oh, you're on TikTok, you're in your 30s and 40s, and you just saw the most traumatic thing you ever saw, so your bubble popped. Oh, you got drugged last night and somebody did something terrible without your pip. That's your world of illusion bursting. Your world of safety. Like that there's people that get paid to make you safe. And everybody's feeling the effects of this. I don't know, like, I used to watch The Real World when I was a kid, then I left that shit there, but people have built themselves, they built big cush lives on shit that they did when I was a kid. And that one dude, I guess he calls himself a comedian. Admitted last night, like, dude, I'm just trying not to kill myself, this month. It's like, hey, when have you walked amongst the people? When's the last time you walked amongst the people? People, their ego. Because they're so important and they're so this and they're so that. Because that's what everyone tells them and they eat that shit up. Ego is easing God out in my brain. And God is good orderly direction. And if you have so much, everybody should be walking amongst their people and offering, hey, how can I help you? Everybody should have there should be places for everybody to go to take showers. Even if you have a big old nice house, but your plumbing went out. Because bad things happen to rich people too. Not just us poor, misfortunate souls. You know why our souls it's not our souls that are poor and that have been touched by misfortune. It's the souls of the rich that have any kind of belief that anybody believes less than them. You don't have to like people to agree. You don't have to like people. I'm so tired of planet Earth is evolving into a popularity contest. Like, I'll never be in any kind of position of authority even with all of my leadership skills, because people just don't like me. They don't like my delivery. I'm not here to make sure that people feel good about the words that I say. I'm here to share my experience in life, the strength that I've gained from it, and the hope that I have that other people can learn that they can gain their own strength from inside. It's not external. Like these gym rats and stuff. Anybody, I see people all big and buff, and I'm like, the first thing I was like, is that like are you paying, like, are you getting in your car to drive someplace else to get that? Because I'm pretty fit. And I don't get to do all that stuff. I don't get to get in my car and drive to a gym. And I had done that before when I was in the military. We had access for free to the best of everything. There's a gym everywhere. I'd go every morning at 5 o'clock and freaking bust my ass for 60 minutes straight. I'd run on the cross trainer on level 10. And sometimes they'd close this gym, so you'd have to go across the base to that gym. But hey, we had access to everything, and I just think every American should have access to that. Not just people that swear their allegiance to a fake ideology. The people over there in a big old sandbox. They're playing reindeer games in a sandbox, and that takes food out of the mouths of people here, and I don't think that's okay. But hey, there's too many people that are surviving. The system has gotten so big. Like the only way the beast is gonna die is if people are gonna come into their heart that they're a spiritual being having a human experience, and they're gonna have to change their ways. That's it. You know, like, accountability is going to have to be a cool thing. So it's going to have to be more individuals coming to terms with their shadow sides and learning practical coping skills to use their energy to do for good, not for evil. Because too many people, the false idols for profits, are doing it for evil, and it's making them sad. Look at that Theon guy. You know, he's overstimulated, like he's an energetic sensitive. When's the last time you went to the park and put your frickin' went someplace, but and grounded yourself, dude? I was like, ooh, I wonder if he's got no earth in his chart, like, because I can relate. Like, I know what I do to calm myself down, because I gotta calm myself down a lot, because I pick up on things on people. I'm a human frickin' frequency tuner, and for every frequency there's an emotion, and to every emotion there's a behavior, and I don't want to be around people that can't control themselves. See, people don't like me because they're like, oh, she can't control herself, but they see I can control myself. They see the shadow aspects in me that they're either denying in themselves, but they have, and then so they're seeing things in me that they don't like about themselves, like I do. But when I see people, I'm like, oh my god, I hate that I'm lazy. I'm an INFJ. I make observations, and people call that judgments, because I don't care how anybody acts. I just want to let people know that there's consequences to your behaviors. I watched this astrologer, and she's like, I'm 31, and in February I just went to my first strip club. And I was like, I don't remember when people used to want to drag me there. I went to school with the girl that wanted to go out with me, so I agreed to go out with her, and then we went to where she worked, and it was at a strip club. And I don't think she was still there. she didn't work, like she didn't still do that. But I was like this, but like my friend Rip Kathy Vasaki, she took me there one night because she liked going there, and I just like hanging out with people. So I go drink soda. Cause it's like it's you don't do that. You don't watch girls. You don't. That's not a public thing to me. It's just not anyway. So she even paid this chick to give me a lap dance, and I was so uncomfortable. It was so awkward. It's so. That's when I was sober. Mind you, I'm sober, and I'm like, so I know this isn't your job. Like, what else do you know? And she like nursing school. It's always like nursing school. Okay. And I was just like, I couldn't wait for it to be. I was just like, that's cool. That's all right. You don't got it. No, this is not. Like, I might be single for the rest of my life in this incarnation, but maybe next incarnation I might find a significant other, and I don't want to be my spirit, my soul, to have to explain how I behave like that. Because I do have to explain other stories, because there's another stripper story the night before I left to drive out to Omaha, Nebraska. My first duty station, and in my brain it's duty like poop. Dootie, duty, because it's all duty. It's all a fucking lie. And so my friends took me out because I was shipping off, so to speak, and they took me to it. And this time I was drinking. This is why I don't drink. So they take me to the strip club, and I black out. Like, I go in and out of dimensions. Like, that's why I don't drink, because it does things to me that I don't need to be doing. And I'm willing to go along with anything because everything's a party, you know. So I'm glad I didn't end up at no white parties that I know of. So, went to, they took me to this place. It's so, I got on, we get kicked out. It was like it was close to the end, and we get kicked out, and there was all a ruckus and stuff like that. I just remember like a big old ruckus, and like, well, we get kicked out because I got on the stage with the I didn't touch him because I know you can't touch him, and I wouldn't touch him. But I did get on, and I wanted to see if I could dance like they could dance. And nobody else wanted to see that. So, we left. And then I woke up the next morning and then drove out to protect and defend my country. And now the way I protect and defend my country, is I tell people the truth about what they think things are, because I was a part of the things that they heard about. I would love to hear the world's perspective of what the news media that America got when we first bombed Iraq back in 2003, based on the recipient of those demographics that received that, and me being on the island of Crete where the operation kicked from. So, I want to see what people see about history from me being a part of history, because I was completely shut out of the rest of the world, because all I had was the few people that I worked with, because I was on, and I couldn't even see the language, so that was, it was all Greek to me. So I don't get a lot of views because there's not a whole lot of people on planet Earth that have had the life experience that I have. And I still think that I have more to learn from them. I broke through to be a part of 3D Earth. and then I opt out. And now, and I started seeing how it's like more of an alien ant farm, and now more and more people are starting to see how it's more of an alien ant farm, because that's how collective consciousness works, and that's just a branch of demographics, and that's, I think of in terms of quantum and collective consciousness. I have ever since I was a little girl. It got me in trouble because I draw pictures and stuff like that, and then they'd make me go to counselors and articulate the thought process that led me to draw these pictures. So I'm one of those, and those people aren't popular. We're never popular. They make us unpopular so that other people can be popular, like my brother. My brother's very popular. Like, if you look in terms of like money in the bank and like buttons and bells and whistles, he's a popular guy, but he never felt, he always strived for all that external success because he's an ego guy. He's one of those external guys, external validation guys, you know, and he tries to keep the peace by pleasing everybody, and that don't make peace. That just puts a lot of money in your bank. And so he's a part of the program. He's a part of the system, and I'm what happens if you go with your spirit. He's what happens if you go with your ego. So I'm not very popular, and I'm not going to be popular. But I do these videos because I got a lot of really cool stories, and I want to share them with people. Because one day I'm not going to be here. So maybe like my nieces and my nephews, they'll want to know who their auntie was. So at least they can see it's like a digital paper trail. Let the record reflect. I tried to be the best version of the person I could. And I lived a lot of days, one day at a time, that I got real mad about stuff. And I still managed to contain all my feelings and emotions within me and not put them out on another human to cause harm. I win. It's bye God for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.